Hello guys and welcome back to another episode of our EAFC 25 career mode here with Bayern Munich. We are back today with episode 50 of the Save a Big Landmark episode. Unfortunately, it is just going to be a regular episode in terms of length and everything, but we've got some big games coming today, including our first one away as we take on Barcelona in the Champions League. We'll have more big games in the Bundesliga as well as our DFB-Pokal second round tie where we've been drawn at home to Firth. As I say, lots of big games in the Bundesliga, and we may squeeze in our visit of Real Madrid in the Champions League as well. So lots to crack on with. Let's dive into our first game. It is Barcelona away from home in the Champions League, is in what is a huge clash in match day 3. Looking for another win. Auf geht's, die Rotten. Yeah, big clash this against Barcelona, even so early on in the league phase, just match day 3. But we know for ourselves we've got a really tricky set of fixtures, so we need to pick up points and pick up wins where we can. So if we can go to places like the Nou Camp, or obviously with it not being in the game, Barcelona away, and pick up 3 points, as that will certainly help. That must be one of the earliest red cards I've ever seen, just 3 minutes in. If we can pick up 3 points here, then it massively helps us in our bid for a top 8 finish. Oh, terrible giveaway. Musiala. Oh, it's brilliant. And Baka will give us the lead. An awful giveaway from Barcelona. When you're already a man down and you're at a disadvantage, to then give a goal away like that is really just shooting yourselves in the foot. It's a good ball through by Lima. Musiala does well to hurdle the challenge, and Sembaka has the easy finish in the end. Well, Barcelona doing a good job of just keeping hold of the ball, and I am struggling to get it off them, but doesn't feel like they're really going anywhere with it. But as Fati does find Miranda down the left, that's a brilliant ball, and Ronnie with a big save as Fonzie will get it clear. Well, that is Barcelona's game plan. They are playing at quite a slow tempo and just trying to take all the emphasis out of the game, and well, they've had one chance and they nearly took it as well. If it hadn't been for Ronnie Schumacher keeping that effort out. We lead by 1 at the break, but this game is by no means done yet. Mensah forward to Marquez, and Marquez lifts it for Uzun. Oh, it's brilliant, and he just couldn't quite lift it over the top of Mats Andre ter Stegen, who came rushing out at him. Good goalkeeping by the German, but it might be too little too late as there's only a few minutes left to play. I think that is going to be enough for Bayern Munich to get over the line. It's not a particularly pretty game or a particularly pretty win, but we will not care one bit as long as we get over the line, which it looks as if we will. A big win on match day 3 that will hopefully see us move up the league table. Well, a great win in the Champions League, which sees us move into the top 8. As always, it's very tight and congested in and around those playoff places. But attention turning back to the Bundesliga as we play host to bottom place SC Freiburg, currently with just 1 point on the board in their opening 7 games. We've discussed it before that quite often these are the most difficult games to win, even though on paper they should be the easiest. But yeah, need another 3 points here to keep pace with RB Leipzig at the top. Auf geht's, die Rotten. Yeah, sorry guys, not the most exciting game to start the episode off. To be honest, Barcelona just passed the ball around the back for most of that game. So, yeah, not the greatest as that drops to Elise. And at the second bite of the cherry, he drills in his 3rd goal of the season. Well, I said quite often these can be the most difficult games to win, and it's usually finding the breakthrough that is most difficult. We've got it here just 4 minutes in, and we got a little bit lucky with actually three ricochets, but Michael Elise on the weaker right foot, as I say, drills in his third goal of the competition. Kovacevic pinches it back, and now Luna finds Musiala. Danger here for Freiburg as Musiala doubles our lead. And Bayern Munich running riot once more in the Bundesliga. Musiala with his trademark celebration, and Bayern have two. That should be points in the bag. So much space for us again as Elise finds Musiala. Come with me, Sem. Come with me, Sem, because it's coming to you, boy. Oh, that is cheeky from Sem Bakker. Could have gone alone with Jamal Musiala, and we are having a party here in Munich for episode number 50. 3 goals up inside 22 minutes once again in the Bundesliga, as we were and in the game against Eintracht Frankfurt. A little bit of pizzazz on it from Sem Bakker as we give ourselves a 3-goal advantage. Mensah picks up the loose ball. Kovacevic forward to Bakker. Flag stays down, and Bakker does drill in the 4th. A lovely assist by Kovacevic, and Sem Bakker grabs his 2nd of the game. Could be on for another Bundesliga hat-trick for the Dutchman as he goes in hunt of our first golden boot of the save. He's looking like the most likely to do it. It might take us 6 seasons, but I'd say there is a fair chance that Sem Bakker completes the feat this campaign. Well, there is the whistle at the Allianz, and it's another convincing victory for Bayern Munich in our hunt for the Bundesliga title. Unlike at Southampton, where we quite often had goal-scoring issues, it doesn't seem to be the case here in Germany, as we are scoring goals for fun, especially that man at Sem Bakker. No hat-trick for him today, but another brace for the Dutchman as he leads us to another big 3 points. Well, as RB Leipzig drop points for the first time this season with a 2-2 draw with Hamburg, Bayer Leverkusen win to keep themselves in contention, just 3 points behind ourselves and Leipzig. But really looking forward to our next game, DFB-Pokal 2nd round, as we take on Firth of, I believe they're in the 2nd division, although I'm not quite sure at this point in the save. There will be plenty of changes and chances for some of the players that don't usually get a look in, but I am really looking forward to kicking off our DFB-Pokal campaign and hoping for progression through to the 3rd round. Off gets Die Rotten. Yeah, you would have seen from the lineup lots of changes, but it's still a very strong side, especially considering we're taking on an opposition from a lower league. So, Zvonarek going all the way. What a brilliant save that is. But yeah, I'm still pretty confident we will get the job done regardless of us making quite a few changes. As I say, it's a really, really strong lineup, all things considered. And this has been a brilliant start. And Rojas fires in his first goal of the season. This is the sort of game where these fringe players will be given a chance, and Rojas taking that chance and firing us into the lead. Carvajal forward to Rojas again. He's so electric. And Vidovic forward to Armando Sieb. And Sieb really should have made it too. Vidovic gets a little bit lucky, but Vidovic still has it. Vidovic dinks it into Sieb in the middle. And this time he does find the back of the net. Armando with his 2nd goal of the campaign. And as a 3rd choice striker, he's a decent option, you know, and he will see some minutes this season. Behind, of course, Sem Bakker and Alberto Marquez, but I like him as a 3rd choice option. Vidovic into Merlin. Can he conjure up a 3rd goal? The magician plays it through to Armando. who drills it in for a third, and Bayern Munich are not having any problems putting the ball in the back of the net. We did have a bit of a struggle during our time at Southampton, but this Bayern Munich team just score goals for fun. Kratzig down the left-hand side. Good run this by the fullback. And Kratzig still finds Lovro Zvonarek across the box for Armando, who's missed an absolute sitter for his hat-trick. Lovro comes infield. There's Krattenmarker and Sieb for the hat-trick. Finally, he's got it. Missed a great opportunity earlier on, smashing the woodwork from close range. But this time, after a lovely Bayern Munich move, we have our fourth, and Armando gets his match ball. Well, chance of we want 5 ringing around the Allianz, and Marquez might get in on the act. Marquez, it is 5. And we are just running rampant here. Put us in the hat for the third round. Marquez gets his 3rd goal of the season. And Bayern are comfortably heading through to the next round. We want 6. We want 6. Krattenmarker through to Marquez. Flag stays down and we get 6. What is going on to Firth at the back? Completely falling apart. And Marquez has 2 in 2 minutes. And there is the whistle. Finally, Firth put out of their misery. Quite often you do actually see these sort of results in the early rounds of the DFB-Pokal. There are quite often some big thumpings. It's not like in the FA Cup. But Armando with a hat-trick. Marquez with 2 off the bench. And I can't actually remember who got the other goal. Was it Zvonarek? I don't remember, but Bayern Munich winning by 6 and progressing to the 3rd round. Well, nice to see us winning the Bundesliga Manager of the Month with 7 wins and 1 draw from our 8 matches. But before jumping into our next clash away against Hoffenheim, as Leipzig have won once again, we will take a look who we'll face in the next round of the DFB-Pokal, where we'll be taking on Wolfsburg. So a Bundesliga side. There aren't too many 2nd or 3rd tier sides left in the comp. Well, actually, there's quite a few, to be fair. A lot of the big sides seem to have been knocked out. Yeah, no, RB Leipzig, they lost to Union Berlin on the spot kicks. Borussia Dortmund lost to Karlsruhe 2-1, and Leverkusen lost to Mainz. So yeah, we've got a great chance at winning the DFB Pokal. Into the last 16, we'll take on Wolfsburg. And you could argue that they're the toughest team that are left in the competition. Maybe Mönchengladbach, maybe Union Berlin. But we should be clear favourites to win this competition, with Leverkusen, Leipzig and Dortmund all being knocked out of the competition already. But jumping into our next game, looking to keep the pace with RB Leipzig, who have already played and won, taking on TSG Hoffenheim away from home. Let's get another 3 points. Auf geht's, die Rotten. Yeah, taking on Hoffenheim here at the Pro Zero Arena in pretty rainy conditions. So it's not been chucking it down. It's more sort of overcast, so it's not too bad. But we'll see how we get on in the rain, as we know that was a big obstacle of ours in England. So what a turn, Sembaka, as he sends it wide of the far post. We're definitely better at home than we are away from home. So it'll be interesting to see how we get on here. But that would have been the perfect start. Mensah again, dominant in winning the ball back. Kovacevic to Musiala around the corner for Sembaka. Oh, and it's somehow stayed out. And now Mensah and Musiala, and Baka heads down to Elise. All our first half pressure finally pays off as Baka nods down to Elise, and it's such a brilliant strike on the weaker right foot. Catches it on the half volley as it sits up. Baumann gets nowhere near it, as it's past him in a flash. And as I say, finally our first half pressure pays off and we have the breakthrough. Well, as the half was wearing on, I was starting to get wary that the goal may not come. So thanks to Michael Elise, we do have that breakthrough, and it just alleviates some of that pressure. The longer the game goes on, the more you feel it's not going to be your day. But now that we have the goal, I'm feeling confident that we will be able to see this out. And as Elise lifts it for Jamal Musiala, he looked to find Bakker, and Hoffenheim will get it clear. Luna, Marquez on the move ahead of him, fresh off the bench, and Marquez racing away. Marquez with a big miss, and you can see the reaction on the sideline. Neto off the bench, Musiala ahead of him, Jamal Musiala on the left foot, and it is 2, and that miss from Marquez will not matter. Jamal Musiala drills in our second. Maybe Baumann could have done better at the near post, but it was past him in a flash once again. Bakker not on the score sheet today, but his supporting act getting in on the goals and securing the victory for Bayern. Well, there's the whistle, and it's a hard-fought victory at the Pre-Zero Arena, but it is a victory nonetheless for Bayern Munich. Still unbeaten in the Bundesliga, and we're doing what we couldn't do at Southampton and turning draws into victories as we march on towards the top of the table. But it's still pretty tight at the top, with Leverkusen and Leipzig going absolutely nowhere. Well, as we see Vinny Jr. winning another Ballon d'Or. I know he's won at least 1 in the save, if not 2. And Jamal Musiala winning another Bundesliga Player of the Month award. I believe that is now back-to-back for our captain. But we will we'll find out how bad the injury is for Kovacevic. I'm hoping it's nothing too serious, and it is just a bruise that will keep him out for 5 days. So he will miss this next one as we take on Benfica in the Champions League phase. Definitely one of our winnable games, although we've done a pretty good job remaining unbeaten so far with a tricky start. Looking for another 3 points to keep us in with a chance of a top 8 finish. Auf geht's, die Rotten. Yeah, definitely one of our more winnable games, although we've had some pretty tricky games already away at the Emirates. We've had Villarreal, we've faced Barcelona away from home, so yeah, we've got some tricky tests to come. Newcastle, we've got Real Madrid, of course. But so far we're doing pretty well, and if we can get a win here to keep us unbeaten as we reach the halfway stage of the league phase, I'd say we put ourselves in a very good position to, if not qualify in the sort of playoff places, then certainly in the top 8 as Davis lets fly. Davis into Musiala, and now Rashford's gone. Could this be the moment for Marcus Rashford? Still has it. Rashford into Musiala, and it's off the post. Might have taken a nick on the way through. Merlin looking to conjure up a chance. Davis down the left. Back to Merlin. That's a really clever pass into Musiala. Back to Merlin! And the Wizard gets his first goal since moving from Freiburg. And it's a beautiful move as well. Celebrations in front of those home fans and the players running to the crowd. But what a lovely, lovely goal. Merlin started it off and then he gets on the end of it as well. Drills it into the back of the net for his first goal for the club. And an important one to give us the lead here in match day 4. Corner for Bayern here. Rojas flicks it into the middle. It might come for Musiala. Oh! I really want to celebrate that with some more enthusiasm, but my throat is just not up to it. What a strike from Jamal Musiala. Back-to-back Bundesliga Player of the Month winners. And as it falls to him there on his left foot, 0.01 XG. Defender maybe gets in the goalkeeper's way, but what an effort from the German. 2-0 to Bayern. That should round off the victory in style from Jamal Musiala. Well, it is all over here at the Allianz, and what a couple of brilliant goals, as I say, to win us the game. Jamal Musiala's was an absolute stunner on the weaker left foot, on the volley, as it falls out of the sky from the corner. Another brilliant performance by Jamal Musiala, and another 3 points on the board in the road to the last 16 for Bayern Munich. So up to third place in the Champions League phase with 3 wins and a draw, and it's very tight at the top of the Bundesliga, but we are top at the moment on goal difference, ahead of RB Leipzig, who have an identical record with us. Bayer Leverkusen just 3 points behind in what is already turning out to be quite a close early race for top spot in the Bundesliga. But we take on VfL Bochum in our next game, a game that I would be expecting us to win. Bayer Leverkusen travel to Dortmund, and RB Leipzig host Union Berlin. So as I said, our mantra from last year is we've just got to continue doing our job and picking up 3 points. Auf geht's, die Rotten. Yeah, another game at home here, so looking for another fast start, as we've seen a few times from Bayern Munich this season, as Luna goes on and scores his first goal of the season, and it is another fast start from Bayern. Lima forward to Elise, squares up his man, there's Musiala, and Musiala across to Sem, who gets back on the score sheet. It's only been a few games, but any game without scoring for Sem Bakker feels like a drought, because this kid is a natural goal scorer. 10 in 10 for Sem Bakker as well, and we're looking for a third, our party trick. The old 3-0 as Elise. Oh, it's off the woodwork, and it really should have been 3. Musiala can't win the header, but Luna will pick it up. There is Sem Bakker. There's a man down, but we don't care as Bakker drills in the third. And we have hit a quick fire 3 for inside 15 minutes. And Bayern Munich have 3 once again in the Bundesliga. Do you know what I really wish we had as well? I know it's probably linked to the stadium licensing, but the goal music that Bayern Munich have every time a goal scored is so cool. I'm recording this. Oh, as Bakker nearly made it 4, as Bayern have just beaten Leipzig 5-1 in the Bundesliga in real life. And it's so cool when the goal goes in and you hear the do 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 do. I suppose what I could do is edit it in myself, as long as the music's not copyrighted. But that'd be a bit of a ball ache doing it for every time we score, especially with the amount of goals we have scored this season. But it's so sick, man. Mensah striding on finds Konrad Lima. And Lima into Jamal. And what a beautiful move. And Bayern Munich have 4. Jamal Musiala with his trademark celebration. Back-to-back Bundesliga Player of the Month winner. And Jamal Musiala kicking off the new month with another brilliant performance. Bakker and him are just on a different level. Well, what a brilliant first 45-minute performance from Bayern Munich, and what a way to celebrate 50 episodes as well. I'd love to maybe reach a milestone, our biggest winner, the save maybe. Oh, as Musiala fires over, and we are just carving Bochum open. Bakker's sent through, and Bakker makes it 5. And we could be on for 8 if we keep going at this rate. Sem Bakker, I think that is his 2nd or maybe 3rd of the afternoon. And Bayern Munich are just running rampant. Sem gets there first, and Musiala now. And this is a chance for 6 as Bakker's rolled through. Sem Bakker gets his 4th. and Bayern Munich have 6. Well, we saw Marcus Leonardo do it against Leicester, where he got 6 goals. I'm not sure Sem is going to get that many, but we could be on for a new record win of the save if we can score 2 more goals in the final half an hour or so. I really want to get it for the 50th special episode of the save. Bonzi through the gap. Marquez to level the record. Marquez, it's 7. And we've not got long to play. So we're going to have to be quick if we want 8. There is only 5 minutes to play. But we've certainly matched it. And that is a pretty good feat in itself. Marquez does win the header. Merlin to Kovacevic. And now Boe forward to Marquez. Marquez to Neto. And Jamal Musiala. It's 8. We have done it. Jamal makes it 8. And it is our biggest win of the save. What an absolute thumping we have given Bochum here. And I said when we beat Leicester by 7, that sort of stuff just doesn't happen. But here in Bayern Munich and in the Bundesliga, we are scoring goals for fun. Jamal Musiala rounds off the victory. Our biggest of the save with the 8th. And Bayern Munich are surely heading top of the table with a victory of this manner. Right, well, what a ridiculous victory for Bayern Munich. 8-0 we win by, and that does, of course, keep us at top of the Bundesliga table on goal difference. Just 1 goal conceded in our opening 10 games, and travelling to the MEWA Arena here to take on FSV Mainz. Looking to just keep our winning streak going, because RB Leipzig don't seem as if they're going anywhere. Also, 9 wins in 10 for them with just 1 draw on the board. So yeah, we've just got to keep doing our job and grinding out those wins however we need to get it done. So Mainz away at the MEWA Arena. Auf geht's, Die Rotten. Right, well, I'm not sure we're going to get 8 again today, but we are scoring a lot of goals for fun at the moment, especially in the Bundesliga. So our goal difference is taking a nice big lead, and I don't see RB Leipzig coming back, especially with the fact that we've only conceded 1 goal in the Bundesliga this season. So if it does end up coming down to goal difference, yeah, good luck RB Leipzig, because you've got a lot of ground to make up as Musiala finds Sem early doors. And Sem looks for Marcus Rashford. Go on, Marcus. This is your moment, lad. No, still denied. Well, Leipzig have just gone a goal up once again, man. They just keep on finding a way to win and keep pace with us. I feel like we've obviously done really well, but Leipzig just not going anywhere. And in this game here, we've been frustrated so far. But Bakker lets fly. Oh my goodness. Does he let fly? What a strike by Sem Bakker. And again, if it's not an early goal, it's a goal right at the end of the half for Bayern Munich. That is generally the way we roll. And as Musiala rolls through Bakker, I mean, that is such a clean strike. And these two, man, Musiala to Bakker, might be better than the Sem Stein and Marcus Leonardo link up. Honestly, man, these two are incredible. Oh, given away by Inacio. No. Oh my goodness, man. What a terrible goal to give away. And I've literally just made my subs as well. Uzun for Musiala and Marquez for Bakker. I mean, great options to bring on, but nowhere near as good as the two that have come off. And with 35 to play, we're pegged back to 1 apiece. 20 to play here at the MEWA Arena, and this was not the script that I had in mind for this game. Was hoping to be a couple of goals up, able to make my changes and be thinking about our midweek clash with Real Madrid. But it's not going our way at the moment, and we look destined for another 2 points dropped in the early race for that Bundesliga title. With RB Leipzig, I assume, still winning, they will be heading 2 points clear at the top. And that is probably going to do it here at the MEWA Arena, and it does. Only the second time we've dropped points this season, but that just goes to show you can feel like you're absolutely flying, and then one result kind of knocks you down. And RB Leipzig, if they have one, will be moving 2 points clear. So as well as we have been going, we're still not even top of the league. So yeah, it's a long old season, of course, but just goes to show how important every game is as we drop 2 points here away from home. Well, as you can see there, RB Leipzig did manage to win away at Augsburg, where we only managed a point against them. So they moved 2 points clear, despite us having scored more goals and conceded less. Just the one draw and 10 wins for Marco Rosa's side. And yeah, they moved 2 points clear of us and 5 clear of Leverkusen in third. So setting the early pace at the moment, RB Leipzig, as they look to give themselves a lead in the Bundesliga. But we're not going anywhere, man. I can reassure you of that. But we'll close out today's episode with this one. Real Madrid at home, coming to take us on at the Allianz. 4th versus 5th in the league phase, both with identical records and 10 points on the board. So this is a real test of how far we have brought this Bayern Munich side. I still feel pretty confident that we will make it through to the last 16, hopefully in the top 8. But if not, then at least through the playoffs. But yeah, definitely would love a win here to close out the episode. Off gets Die Rotten. So then, this will be our episode 50 closeout, taking on Real Madrid, one of, if not the, in history, kind of biggest and most successful team in the Champions League. So yeah, looking forward to this, a real test of how good this Bayern Munich squad is that we have built in just one transfer window. As Bakker, I was looking at Fonzie there making a great run. Sasha will pick up the loose ball, and it's still Sacha Boey, rides the challenge, and tried to catch out Restes and pick out Sem. Vinny down the line to Mbappe, who gets away from Maya. We're in a bit of trouble here. Mbappe. Inacio comes across to hold him up. Worked into the middle. And the strike comes in, and that is a big save by Ronnie down to his right-hand side. Well, first half has been pretty quiet, to be perfectly honest. No real major chances at either end. I think the closest we've come to a goal is that save by Restes on Sacha Boey, but it wasn't even really a chance. I was trying to pick out Sem in the middle, but both sides just sort of cancelling each other out at the moment, and neither team really wants to lose this one. So at the moment, both seem quite content on playing out the draw. But here comes Vinny. Oh, no. Well, you can't get away with mistakes like that against Real Madrid. Sacha Boey does really well to win the tackle, but then in trying to keep the ball in play, presents it back to Vinny, who squares it to Mbappe. And it's a great finish into the roof of the net. Real Madrid lead, and that is just such a cheap goal to give away, man. I'd be intrigued to see if we face them again later on in the competition. Is that onside? Wow, Barella onside. Nicolo Barella off the woodwork. And Bellingham, big save by Ronnie. If we face them later on in the competition, that would be a crazy two-legged affair. But to be fair, they've probably edged it here in Munich. Not long to play here. Sasha does really well to pinch that back, and now Rojas can run at Saliba, and Rojas has done brilliantly, and Bakker And Bacca! Oh, it's wide. And that will do it. As Fuchs goes into the book, Sem Bacca, the man we would have wanted it to fall to. It was a similar angle to that of which Mbappe found the net, but on this occasion, Sem sends it wide of the post, and that will do it. Nearly nicked a goal right at the death to rescue a point, but Real Madrid will claim all three as our Champions League last 16 hopes now hang in the balance heading into the last few games of the league phase. Alright then guys, that is where we will leave it for today's episode number 50. Not the greatest end to the landmark episode with the 2 points dropped against Mainz, which see us drop down to second in the Bundesliga, and then of course the loss to Real Madrid in the Champions League. But it's it's Real Madrid. It's not too big of a deal, and we do still sit inside the top 8 with 3 games left to play. But as we officially make it to December, in the next episode we'll be heading through to the January transfer window. So if you do have any more transfer recommendations, we've got around 10 million left in the budget, so not a huge amount to work with. There is a chance we don't do any business, as there are a few contracts to sort out as well. So we'll see what happens in the next episode over the course of the January window. But guys, I hope you have enjoyed. We'll be back in the next episode with more big games as we look to keep pace with Leipzig at the top of the Bundesliga. Take care, guys, and I'll catch you for the next one very soon. Peace.